Hello, hello. How are you doing? Oh, let's test the SFX now.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, now it works. Hello, hello. Shut up, 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝙸👂, there's nothing to save for now. So, what are we gonna do today? Oh yeah. So, off stream I was working on some skill modifications, especially some delays. Now we have a global cooldown working, hopefully. I just need to implement the server side for it. So 1 second, let me set this up real quick. Here's our server. Let's start the client and test if it still works, because I may broke something this morning. Yeah, so the global cooldown works fine. So now I need to test the decrease of the global cooldown value. So to do that, I can for now, instead of 0. So right now we have the 2 seconds cooldown on the dagger. Let's try and decrease it by 1 second, 500. And the client decided it doesn't want to participate in that. Okay. So now okay, that was a little bit weird. That was almost instant. Weird. Well, actually, maybe it was actually 500 milliseconds. Because we do have some small delay in the animation. Let me try it once more. Yes, okay. I think this is working fine. It's just the time counts from the start of the skill, so when you just start your attack, so you pull your sword in the air, not from the actual damage. Yes, so this does feel like half a second. So let's try with 1 second delay. Now it should be somewhere in between. Oh god. I do need to fix this crap because, yeah, it's a 9. Okay. Yes. So it does working fine. Okay, let's despawn this. Hello, hello, yeah, I just started. So now we need to make this work properly with the proper mechanics formulas. So this thing, where is it being used? Here and here. Okay, I need to override this, unfortunately. And this, what is this? Entity uses scale. Yeah. Don't think I need this. Maybe I do. Okay, so let's start with this one. I need to overwrite this. Right here. So let's bring this one to the local property and this one. So now I can use the global cooldown reduction parameter. Actually, I think I'm gonna just implement this for every class. So not here, but let's remove it from here. Wait. And that, let's just add another parameter right here. Now I can remove this. So now I have two problems. So first I need to add this parameter here, global cooldown reduction. Then I can use it here. Right. And we have one more. And right here. Oh, crap. Need to add this one as well. Yes, now good. Now we need to assign this value. So where does this one get assigned? Yes, right here. So we need to create another method. Click global scale cooldown. Let's add it to the interface as well. Now this thing gets overridden right here. So we need to do the same one for the global one. And now let's see. Toggle on. Yes, it's 0. Normal active toggle 0. Yeah, so this is for every skill except the active skills. At normal and toggles. Okay. Now we have. Now we need to add here a global cooldown. We already have it in the table, but now we need to load it. Right, let me double check. Yes, global cooldown. Great. Now we have this info inside the skill infrastructure. And this is gonna be global cooldown. But now, for every type of skill, this global cooldown is gonna be affected only by the attack speed attribute, so we don't need this condition. We have the speed, delay reduction per speed, yes. Reduction, min cooldown. So yes, I think this is good. Okay. Now where is the skill controller? Just to be sure, I want to add a breakpoint here and try and see how it looks like. So now this should work. I still need to add the checks for the global cooldown on the server side, but now the cooldown reduction should be working. Let's try. I'm going to also have global cooldown skills. The global cooldown is actually like a global cooldown, so it's gonna prevent usage of any skill and even auto attack. So it's like some skills will have this global cooldown where after you used this skill, you cannot use anything for some period of time. And this time is gonna be affected by your attack speed. So the higher your attack speed, the less you would have to wait. I don't think we're gonna have something like that. Maybe some exceptions like potions. I'm still figuring out how potions should work. But right now, for example, wait, let me see how much attack speed do I have. So right now, for example, let's try and start attacking. Oh my god. Okay, so now we can try and see. We have a global cooldown decrease by 150 milliseconds. Okay. But yeah, for example, if I use the sprint skill, it has a pretty big global cooldown. Let me check. Where was it? 5 seconds. So when I start the skill, I'm not gonna be able to use any skill or auto attack for 5 seconds. I'm just standing here, nothing works. And another thing is that I implemented is when you auto-attacking, it also adds a global cooldown. So after auto-attack, you cannot use a skill right away. You was able to do that previously and currently on the beta server, but now you're not gonna be able to do that. So for example, now after I use this skill, when I try to hit, when I used an auto attack and I try to use another skill, it's gonna queue up that skill and then it will fire after the global cooldown has passed. So something like that. I know this feels extremely slow right now. I'm gonna tweak that a little bit later, but for now it is what it is. The main point is to avoid like abusing multiple skills to spam them in one go. So right now you can, for example, I don't know, as probably the best example is Assassin. You can like do auto attack, then right after that you can use deep cut, right after that you can use hemorrhage, and you end up with stacking a lot of damage in a single second. So yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that. Right now it feels extremely slow because basically I was trying to somewhat fix this big like burst of damage by increasing the delay between attacks, but now I have to do the opposite. So now when everything is gonna start working fine, now I can fine-tune it better. So for example here I'm doing auto attack and when I hit this quick strike skill in between auto attacks, you can see it will highlight it in like orange border or something like that. This indicates that this skill is queued up and it's gonna fire as soon as possible. So something like that. Right now all those attack delays are extremely big, so you can notice that. But yeah, I'm gonna reduce now those delays so it feels a little bit better. So yeah, now let's try and increase some dex. And see if the calculation formula is working. Yeah, I think it does work. Let me double check. But how do I do that? Actually, yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, now it's 1.5 seconds basically. So let me stop attacking. And now let's use this skill. This was 5 seconds. So now, yeah, we have 3 second reduction of the global cooldown on it from the dex alone. Yeah, now you can do it quite easily. So if you have a high attack speed, it actually feels fine. But the thing is, now I need to increase, well, actually decrease the default attack delays for all the skills and basically fine-tune that value. because this right now feels fine. It's not like level 1 combat, but yeah, in my opinion it works fine. But if I reset my stats back to 1, it feels extremely sluggish. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the potions, and I'm not sure about any other skills that may be like off global cooldown. So at least this portion works. Now I need to actually implement the checks on the server side. So where was it? So I have this check cooldown flag. So what I can do is I can do a quick hack on this and just add a cooldown with AD0, and this will be our global cooldown. Yeah, I think that should work. So this thing, where is this being used? Right here. So I need to do another check right here, and this is gonna be our global cooldown. And this is gonna be our something like that. Oh yeah, this is just a start of like a complete combat rework, and yeah, it's gonna be a long way. So this is just how do I say it, like some features that are needed to make it work like I want to. So once I implemented all these features, I can like actually use them in some skills and make them work nicely together. Right now I'm just trying to implement all that I need. So something like that. Then after that I need right here. Yeah, basically I need to add another thing here. If skill effect skill global cooldown more than time span 0. Cooldown value is gonna be a little bit different. So action creation tick plus global cooldown total milliseconds minus global cooldown reduction. Why don't I have this? Skill effect. I need this. Ah, okay, I see. Okay. So cooldown value, and then we can do this. Now, I also have this one. Oh, this is the loader. I don't care about that one. Here we have moment. Yeah, I don't care about that one as well. So now we should have the server side check on the global cooldown. So let me check that. Need a breakpoint here. Let's restart. And these off global cooldown skills that you're talking about, can you give me some examples? Because maybe I'm just missing some stuff or forgetting some stuff. Because right now I can only think about the potions. Those are probably have to be off global cooldown to be able to use them immediately. And those skills basically like interrupt your auto attack when you use them. So can you like use auto attack and right after that use this off global cooldown skills? I don't remember how Final Fantasy combat works. It was a long time since I played that. Ah, okay. So those are just like normal attack skills, but for some reason they're off global cooldown. To me it seems a little bit strange, I don't know. Oh, actually, I can think about one more situation. So, for example, Final Fantasy has like triggers. So, for example, during combat, some condition may happen that enables you to use the skill. I can't remember some specifics, but yes, like something can happen during the combat after which you can use the skill. So for these skills, it actually makes sense to make them off global cooldown, so you can use them immediately when this stuff happens. But I don't think it's a good idea to just randomly let some skills be off global cooldown. And by the way, I'm not gonna like make this global cooldown so large like it is right now. Right now it's more for testing purposes. I just set it to 2 seconds for most of the skills and to 5 seconds to some skills that I can test that it works. It's not gonna be so huge. So what did I want to test? Yeah, the checks of global cooldowns. It's just right now I'm still trying to like gather everything together in my head, like which skills need these global cooldowns, which are not, which should be like applied immediately, which skills should be queued up. And yeah, right now I can think about only the the potions. And even that I'm not sure yet. It feels like it would be better if they would be off global cooldown, but I don't know. It's something in between. So in my head, I imagine the combat as something in between, like fast-paced, like League of Legends style combat, and this old school MMO where it takes a lot of time and you think a lot about the skills. So I want something in between. I need something still dynamic, that the combat feels like pretty fast-paced and requires some amount of reaction from the player, but not as fast as, like, let's say League of Legends, for example. So now let's attach to the process. Yeah. Like you're talking about old school, like for example Final Fantasy XI or something like that. Do I understand this correctly? Actually, I've never played EverQuest. Probably need to. So let me see. I need actually 2 breakpoints, one here as well for the global cooldown check. So yeah, now we are adding this cooldown value. Why? What? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is starting from the action creation tick. Then we have global cooldown 2 seconds. And then we have global cooldown reduction 150. And then we store this cooldown in the list of cooldowns. Then we check it. A global cooldown tick. And now we remove it. Okay, perfect. Let's remove that, detach. And see. I shouldn't receive any like cooldown remaining results. Yeah, okay, great. Now, going for lunch. Bon appetit. So now we have the global cooldown checks and global cooldown calculation. Okay. Now let me actually try and use some potions. I can already see that it can be a problem, but still want to try it out. here, for example. We have 10 potions. Let's set health to 1. Wait, what's wrong? I can't use it. Cooldown remaining. Oh. Okay, so it's... Right, it's already off global cooldown on the client side because this is an item skill. So should I do that or not? Yeah, basically right now I checked that the server actually does check global cooldown because it didn't actually let me use the potion. So on the client side, item skills are not being prevented by this global cooldown. They're not being queued up. Okay. And I think there is one more kind of skill, is the toggle. Nah. But I think this is actually a good thing. So I can fix this very easily. I can just add another condition here. This is gonna be action skill type equals, wait, is set active or normal. Then we check the cooldowns, the global cooldown. So skill type active and normal. So it's not gonna check for the toggle. I'm pretty sure toggles are also off global cooldown on the client side right now. I don't think I implemented that. Let me check. So where do I have a toggle? I have it on a knight. I don't remember the knight class ID actually. 7. Okay. Class 7. Right. So now if I start attacking, yeah, I cannot use this. Wait. That was weird. That was weird. It's not sending the skill to the server, I think. Okay, never mind. So I need to add another thing. Transferred active. Transferred active. So if we do the global cooldown checks only for these ones, what's gonna happen. Will it let me use the potions? There is definitely something wrong with the stances. Don't think it's going to the server. Okay, so it did let me use the skill, the potion. Okay, and now the stance works. Okay, I think this is perfect. Okay, so potions are working off global cooldown and toggle skills are working off global cooldown. Is that enough? We have auto attacks. I would actually assume Act Dead can be extremely useful if it's off global cooldown. But on the other hand, I'm not sure if I should do that. Actually, this is a toggle skill, so it is gonna be working off global cooldown. Yes, perfect. But should it be off global cooldown though? Yes, I think so. Oh, for this I need empty hands. think this is fine for now. These are all the skills that they need to work like off global cooldown. It makes sense for the potions, for the stances and toggle skills. And of course emotions. Oh, you cannot use emotions in combat, so that's off the table. Why can't you use them off the combat? In the combat? Weird. Let me see. It must be a condition on the client side somewhere. Just hard-code it. Yeah, there is nothing in the tables. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, one more thing that they didn't test is skill casting. So do we have some skills that have casting time? Let's switch to enchanter. Okay, perfect. This works fine. Let's test flee. And yeah, you can't use skills during this. Okay, so this works fine. Let's increase some dex. Okay, this feels fine. What else do we have? Defensive stance, I already tested. Yeah, I think this is gonna be it for now. So only for normal attacks and active skills, excluding stances and toggle skills. That should be good. Okay. So this is the cooldown checks. This is the calculation. Correct. So now here, if global cooldown reduction is more than 0, we add this one. And then here we are sending the stuff. Yes. So this is global skill cooldown support. Let's push that. Here we have the calculation. Actually, for this one, maybe I can remove the toggle. Oh no, this is after the skill usage. Toggle on is not being checked. Then toggle off. Yes, okay. Toggle skills can actually have some global cooldown. Wait, where is my git? Here. Yes, all looks good. So this is done. Server-side support is implemented. And now we have accuracy penalty, which can be removed now. This one is moving. Yes. So let's do that. Actually, that's a typo. Okay, and this one is done. Okay. So we're gonna do next. Yeah, I wanted to add the delays to master skills as well, because they actually can spam some skills. Okay, let's do that. Oh, and I forgot to add a title. So let's go to the monster AI now. So one of these behaviors actually rotates, or maybe both of them. So let me see. If I remove this one, will that make the monster stop rotating into my direction? Yeah, it always rotates. Why? So set the target position from target. Oh yeah, when it's stopped, it rotates. Yeah, this is a not very convenient monster to test stuff on. Hmm. I'm not sure how to test this properly. So here and use learned skill. Actually, this is gonna work just fine. So the global cooldown checks will actually work with AI already, I'm pretty sure. How do I test this? I just need a monster with a couple of skills that it can spam those skills. Oh, okay, I see. Need to restart the server. Actually, let's first add probability 100%. Then export the data. And then restart. I'll also restart the client. So now if I spawn this one, why doesn't he cast Ice Wave? Find skill. So here we go. We have our target. So available skills. Skill ID is 0. Have a random number. So now available skills, 2 of them. One is monster basic attack. Oh, I see. So because it's 100, it's actually never getting used because we always prioritize the skills with less probability first. I think this is what's happening. So let's do 99% instead. So let's export the data. Restore the server. Okay, and now if we spawn this one, what's going on? I don't understand. Why is he waiting for so long? Oh, I see. So the ice wave doesn't have the global cooldown actually. Yes, it's 0. But the problem is when we try to find the skill, we're not considering, we're not filtering out the skills that are on cooldown actually, which is a problem. Okay, so how do we fix that? So the thing is, it is like checking the cooldowns, but the problem is it's checking it too late. So what's happening is we pick a skill among our skill set, and we pick the one that suits the probability, and we try to use that skill. And it can fail because of the cooldown, but that's it. We're not trying, like, we need to pick another skill that doesn't have any cooldown on it. And I need to consider a global cooldown right here as well. Okay, so how do I do that? So I need to basically implement this thing into the use learned skills. Entity button for cooldowns. So first of all, I need to test this. No. Where? Do I need to do this for all the skills? Yes, I think so. So here, when we actually inside the probability level, I need these checks, basically all of them. and this is gonna be learn skill skill. And instead of returning, we continue. So get the cooldown ID. Check that. If the check is not working properly, oh, also I need to remove this thing. So this means the cooldown is still remaining. So we continue looking for the next skill. This is global cooldown for active, normal, active and normal skills. Something like that. So if skill is null, then we just fail. Yes. Let's try it out. This actually looks weird. Oh, I know why. Wait. Why doesn't he attack me? This is weird. Stops attacking me for a second. That is weird. I don't understand what's happening. For some reason he stops attacking me for a moment. Maybe I can debug that. Yeah, I can't read that. Here. So when he stops attacking me, he's in combat. Maintain position, use skill failure. Let's see. Attached process. It's on server. Weird. So it's not going there. Yeah, I have no idea. And he's stuck for some reason. After 3 attacks. So 3 attacks and then he's getting stuck. Why? Oh, I know. It's the mana. The skill consumes mana, and he actually picks the skill, but can't use it. Let's see if I can actually make it go away. So it's this NPC, right? Let me switch here real quick. That's so if we increase his mana, this bug should go away, if I'm right. Right, what was the ID? No. So I think I know how to test this. Wait, it actually fails. So oh, I didn't restart the server, I think. Oh. Yeah, now he's not getting stuck, okay. So what should I do in this case? Yeah, now everything is good. So it actually was the lack of mana on his side. So how do I solve this? I don't want to copy a lot of this stuff. Can I just use this check thing? Yeah, I guess I can. So yeah, instead of copying this stuff, I can do... Wait, where was that? Battle component. Okay, let's copy that. I don't need the cooldowns anymore. Then in battle component, I need to create another action. Check requirements. Huh. So I need the action to actually check the requirements. Right. This is bad. So probably I do need to copy paste that code. I don't know how to solve this problem nicely. So the problem is, once the AI has picked the skill with this method, it tries to use it. And if it can't use it, like for example, there is not enough mana, it fails. So it doesn't actually try the next skill. Which is not good. For example, if we have a high probability, two skills with high probability, and one of the skills doesn't meet the requirements, the AI will just constantly try to use it, even though it can't. So we need to at least teach it to check the cooldowns and mana, but also maybe the target. I don't like this. So we have source requirements, we have target requirements, source restrictions. Oh yeah. This is like the disable attributes. We are not gonna check the character availability because this is the NPC action. Target type, this is important. Cooldown and resource requirements. And range as well, yes. Okay, so what else I can do? This is a problem. A big problem. So the way it should work is it should iterate over all the skills. Then for every skill that meets the random probability condition, it should try to use it. But if it can't, then it should just continue to the next scale that also meets this random probability condition. And the problem is we also have the casting here. We actually have the target condition here as well. And if the skill has casting time, then we try to cast the skill. We also have the condition for when we are already casting. I can probably extract this one. So I can extract this in a separate action, probably. But here's another problem. When the casting is finished, we have to use this particular skill. Another solution would probably be to like update this available skills list and only include the skills that can actually be used, but can would have to duplicate all the checks. I have no idea how to solve this. Like this way of getting the skill is not suitable. So if we actually want to actually try and use the skills all the time, we're gonna create a skill action and we're gonna check the requirements. To avoid code duplication. We can do that, but then this skill finding logic is gonna have to be a completely different one. And we have two conditions So it's either this casting skill ID. When we finished casting, we should use that skill in particular. Otherwise, we should iterate over all of them and check the probability. Okay, what if this method is going to return multiple skills, like find available skills? And we can extract the logic here for one separate skill and repeat this logic for every skill that was found. Okay, let's try and do that. So it's gonna be multiple skills being returned from this method. And in case of casting skill, it's gonna be just one skill. Okay, here instead of checking for null, we're gonna we're not gonna check even. We're gonna just iterate over skills, and if none of them was successfully executed, then we return failure. So yeah, I think that should work. So here, if result is not zero error, then we're gonna just continue, right? And even this is not the correct way. So cooldown remaining, not available, out of range. Yeah, we'd have to go over the result codes and only send the failure for corresponding codes. Or I can only send this for casting skills. That would be better. So yeah, let's do that. So this is gonna be enumerable. Then this is gonna be yield return. And this is gonna be yield return. Then we don't need this, we don't need that. We need to add another condition here because yield is gonna continue executing. So when skill ID is more than 0, we get that particular skill from the list of available skills. Or we return no. Okay, then this is not correct. Okay, something like that. We only yield the skill if we actually found it. And here we get our random, and we yield the skill that suits the random condition. Now here we have this thing, which is gonna be skills to try. Just gonna be this. Don't need that. And now for each skill to try, skill, gonna execute this block of code. Actually here we can return success, but otherwise we can return failure. So returns so this is actually start skill casting. What is this? Oh, so when we failed skill casting, we should continue with the next skill. But if we actually did start casting, then we execute running. Okay. And this one is gonna assign somewhere. Start skill cast. Yes. This is assigning the skill ID. Okay, great. So this actually works. And then we're gonna end up with this condition. And we're only gonna try that. Okay, so past this condition, we actually try to use the skill. If it's not none, then we actually failed the skill. So if skill cast time more than 0, then we notify that we failed. Otherwise, it's gonna be just a silent one. Then, if it's not none, so if result is not cooldown remaining, not available, not out of range, then we rotate. Why is that, I think? This is pretty weird. I think we should rotate only on success. What else can be there? Skill not found and other stuff. Target not found. It's not enough mana. Yeah, like this should be only on success. Okay, so on success we rotate, we reset this thing, and we send success. But if it's failed, then if it's skill with a casting time, we notify that we failed the skill casting, and then we're gonna try with the next skill. This looks so weird, but I think it's gonna work. Let me try. Looks like it's actually working. Yeah, looks like it's working. Now let me try with the previous amount of mana at 100. What was the AD? 315. Okay, I think he's out of mana. So yeah, now he's just auto-attacking. So this actually works. So now, if I add some delays to the monster basic attack, this global cooldown, So now he should actually try and respect that global cooldown. And let me set some global cooldown for ice wave, so I can test that it actually respects that as well. Let's say 2 seconds or 5 seconds, so we can actually see the change. Yes. But wait, why it should be 5 seconds after the ice wave? It waits for some time, but not 5 seconds. Huh. Maybe he has some cooldown reduction? I don't think he should. Actually, he's pretty... Oh my god. Almost died. Okay, so... how do I check that? Global cooldown reduction. So let's check what do we have here. Attach zone server. Yeah, it's... what is this skill? It is a normal skill. Here we go. Yeah, we have 3 seconds cooldown reduction. Based on what? Attack speed? Oh yeah. It's 150 attack speed. But okay. At least this works. It does wait for it to pass. Okay. So yeah, now this is working fine. Then let's spawn him. So this is fixed. Now he actually respects the global cooldown and other stuff. Can detach. Where is my build? Yeah, it's successful. So let's commit that. At least that portion is now fixed. So this is how do I name this fix? This is a weird one. Something like that. Then the next thing that I wanted to do is make them stop moving for some time after they use the skill. And I'm not sure, should I use the global cooldown for that or a separate field in the skills table? I think it's better to use a separate table. Probably. Or maybe not. Let's use the same one for now, and then we decide what to do next. So after the skill is used successfully, then we need to somehow flag the AI so it stops moving. How can it stop moving? Here, maintain desired combat range. Check his casting. Maybe I can introduce a new property on the both levels for characters and the NPCs. So we can actually reuse that. Somewhere here we actually checking if the target can move. Here, move to target position. Here, calculate speed. So if we introduce this on the character level, then somehow this this should be like a temporary restriction after the skill has been used. I'm not sure how to do that. I have global cooldowns that work in a similar way. Maybe we can reuse this and add the movement cooldown. 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝙸𝚂. So let's say we have some kind of like tick value that indicates where when we are allowed to move, starting from which tick. Right? So let's say we used a skill that prohibits movement for some time after the usage. For example, the animation duration, or for the NPCs. We receive that value of milliseconds during which the movement is prohibited, and we add that to the current tick counter, and we store that value somewhere here in a separate property. And then when we're trying to move, we would have to check, in addition to that, we would have to check that tick. And only if it's finished, then we can move. But then we need to reset it somehow in a reliable way, because if we keep it, then when the tick overlaps back to negative infinity and then goes on negative mean value, then it's gonna stop movement for a long time. So we need to reset it as soon as possible. We can do that technically in the controller, in the entity controller. Entities, controller components, in the battle component, for example. We're doing a lot of stuff related to this one. Yeah, I think that would be the best. And then we can leverage the same logic for characters and NPCs. So we can check the character movements very reliably and prevent NPC AI from moving when they're not supposed to. Okay, let's do that. So in the battle info, we need another tick counter. So it's gonna be movement prevention finish tick, something like that. Crap. How do I do this? I can use two separate. Wait. I can actually use a nullable structure, which is gonna be the best thing, I think. So here we're gonna do. Where's the battle info? Battle info. Then if battle info movement finish tick has value. This is a structure, right? Yes, this is a structure. Perfect. So if it has value, if this thing value less or equals environment tick count, then we reset it. Something like that. I don't like that it's gonna call tick counter all the time, but it is what it is. I can't use the delta time here, unfortunately. Or can I? Actually, I think I can. No. No. It would be great, but it's gonna be very unreliable. So, as an alternative, I can just use like how it's called time span here, and if it's 0 then it's fine. If it's more than 0, then this is the amount of time for which the movement prevention is set to, and then on the update we just decrease it by delta time. The problem is it's not gonna work with the characters, with the players. Well, it is gonna work, but there will be a lot of discrepancy. Okay, so let's try this one. Yeah, it's not gonna like abuse this tick counter because it's only gonna execute if there is some kind of value. So now we can go here and check if battle info movement prevention tick is more than environment tick count, then we return 0. something like that. Or we can even check just for this thing. Probably. Because here it's gonna be reset. We only need to double check that for the players, because they have two separate update times basically. Okay, let's do that for now. And we need to somehow set it. So we have use learned skill, use skill. Where was it? Apply skill action. No. Oh, it was actually in here. So let's do this for now, and then I can improve it later. So if action skill global cooldown is more than 0, then we use this global cooldown, at least for now, to set the movement prevention, which is gonna be environment tick count plus action skill global cooldown minus action global cooldown reduction. This is total milliseconds. And this is total milliseconds. Yeah, let's use this for now. Actually, I can disable this for now just for testing. So if everything works fine, then this NPC should get stuck and stop moving after using the ice wave for 5 seconds. Yes. Now he's basically just using ice waves because he cannot move. Yes, and now he actually moves. So yeah, this works, but he actually rotates to my direction. I don't want him to do that. So where does he rotate? Here or somewhere else? No, he only rotates when he successfully used this skill. Or he started casting the skill. That's it. So it must be here. This rotate the target. I need this to run only once, somehow. Or another thing that I can do is I can check the movement prevention right here. Actually here in the rotate. So if controller entity battle info movement prevention tick has value, and this grep value more than environment tick count, then we return failure. Is this the only place where this is being used? Rotate to target, yes. But rotate is being used somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. Rotate to spawn rotation, waypoint rotate. But yeah, this is fine. So let's see. Okay. So now he's not rotating. I need to test this on a less agile monster like this one. Oh my god, no, I am too agile. Okay, so when he follows me, he does rotate, but after he hits me, he's stuck for a little bit. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Now we actually need to extract this in a separate attribute. Okay. So this is actually working now, which is super great. Yeah, I don't need the cooldown reduction here. This is gonna be just a separate attribute. So where do I get it? I need to create another field here. So this is gonna be how do we call it? Animation duration or something like that, or just movement prevention cooldown or something like that. Movement prevention time. No. Use time. No, let's do animation duration. And this is gonna be for server side only. And let's actually add a comment so we don't forget what it is. So something like that. Animation duration. Now, where is my skill info? Global cooldown, animation duration. We have actually 3 animations. Where was they? Oh my god. Oh, we have cast, wait, and active. So we can set it to active animation duration. Now let's do this for now. Animation duration, then let's add it to the table from milliseconds, yes. And now we can use this. Animation duration, total milliseconds. And wait, actually this one, yes. And this is the place where we reset it. Okay. Now I want to place this somewhere that this is, like all of this is getting executed for both the players and the AI. And I can probably use this method, use skill, right? No, this is only being used by the AI. Why though? Let's check this skill controller. Here, no, this is cast start, cast cancel. Oh, this is items. Toggle skill, use skill. So here, apply skill action. And we have the same stuff here. So is this the same? And this is the same. And we have our neighbors and scenario. Scenario. We have our zone instance. Oh. This controller. Battle component. Okay. I have this. Then we check the requirements. But if all is good, then we apply. Yeah, we can actually reuse this. And then we can add this crap right here. So this is entity. This controller entity. And let's use this action right here. So we have our target. Yeah, we have everything we need. So this is gonna be just like that, battle component. So I need to get the battle component. Connection. So we have our battle component, and now we're gonna do our action equals battle component use skill. We have our target, we have our skill, we have our scenario right here, and we have our primary true. Source is this controller entity. Yes. So this actually should be enough. And we can remove all of that. We don't need to check requirements anymore. And now we can just check the result right here. We don't need to apply anymore. So yeah, this is it. I can remove that. And probably I can use the same, yeah, here, toggle. So the difference is the scenario. Yes. So I need to do the same here as well. So we have our source, we have our target, skill, primary, we have our scenario. Can remove all of that. We can remove check requirements, right? Oh, this is weird. Oh, actually, no. Actually, if I did this, don't need to apply the action anymore. Something like that, probably. Then we have this. Let's do it. Item use. Controller character battle component. Then we have this. So we have source, we have target. Scenario is this one. Can remove this. Oh, this is more complex. So we have to check requirements first before we actually use the skill. Because then we have to delete the item and only then apply the skill action. Or no, we have to check the inventory, then apply skill action, and then delete the item. Why though? We can actually do the inventory checks first. So we find the item, we find the type, we check the skill, we check expiration, we check requirements on the item itself, and then instead we can just do the use skill right here instead of apply action. And yeah, we're gonna return our proper results. Yeah, so we can just remove this completely. So we use skill, character item use. We don't need to apply the action. We can log the results. This is fine. So if it's successful, then we delete the item. If not, we fail. Okay. And the same for toggle. Let's do it. So instead of creating an action, we create it like that. Let me copy this. Don't need that. We don't need to check requirements anymore. We check the inventory. Then we apply the skill, use the skill. And if it's successful, then we do that, otherwise we do that. Okay. And we can do the same for casts. Where was it? Wait, something's wrong. Oh. Source. Yeah, this is an easy fix. Okay, perfect. So I also have this cast skill. Can we use it in these controllers as well? That's the question. Skill cast start. So we have a very similar thing. We create the action. Yes. Apply the scenario. We assign the neighbors in zone instance. Check the requirements. And then we start skill cast if it's successful. Yes. And we notify the neighbors. In addition to that, we also send the packet. Okay, we can actually use that. Let me do that. There's a nice refactoring. So now we can do a similar thing here. So it's gonna be cast skill. It's gonna be target skill scenario without that one. Scenario will be this one. So we can remove this, we can remove this. It does check requirements, which is great, and assigns them to the results. So I need to check if action result is successful. Then we send this. We already gonna notify the neighbors. So we can remove that. Oh, and also do we notify the neighbors on the use skill? Ah, we do that in a separate process. Yes, okay, great. So if it's successful, then we notify this. Don't need this start skill cast. And otherwise, we send the fail packet. There is gonna be action results. Just like that. So skill cast start uses this thing, then cast cancel doesn't need to. Then use skill is our new stuff. Toggle skill uses our new stuff. Item skill cast start. Yeah, let's do that as well. So we finished this refactoring. And let me copy this. So scenario is this one. Source, target, skill. Now instead of checking requirements, I'm gonna check for results. Then we send this. We don't need to start skill cast because it's right here. And we don't need to notify the neighbors because we have it there. Okay. Then cast cancel is fine. This is done, and yeah, we're good. So let's build this. Okay. And let's go back to use learn scale. Yeah, we have all of that now. And we removed this thing. So let me check movement restriction tick. Where does it get set? Yes, only here. Perfect. Let's check it. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is gonna fail. I was just about to say that. So let's export this, import it back, and export it again. And now in the skills we have our new animation duration field, which we can assign first. We need to assign it to ice wave. Here, let me pin the columns. So here we can actually, yeah, let's leave that one alone and instead alter the monster basic attacks. So now this thing is gonna be, yeah, let's check for now with this value. And see. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to figure out a nice value for that animation duration. Okay. It looks like it actually works for the characters as well. So this is good. Let's spawn that boss real quick and check on him. Okay, looks good. Now I just need to assign the proper values for all of that I just done. Yeah, that's a fast cast environment. But yeah, the real probability of using that skill for him is very low. It's just increased it for testing. 1 second. Too much stuff going on. I did actually a lot in one go. I need to commit it in a separate way somehow. Not sure if I can. So yeah, I think I can commit this one completely. So the only difference is from the previous code is this block, and I'm not gonna commit that one. So this is basically a refactoring of skill controller to use battle component methods. Remove some code duplication. So yeah, let's commit that first. This is one. Then we have this stuff. Let's move it there. Yeah. Yes. And now we have this movement prevention and animation duration. Okay. This is in the rotate, so the movement prevention also prevents the rotate action and move to position action. Yes. Let me actually move this to the next line so it looks a little bit better. Then we have this, this, this. Yeah. And this is done. Now this is just an update. Commit and push. And then the game data. Oh, I did a lot of crap here. How do I revert this now? So we have new fields, but in addition to that, there were some other changes. I'm pretty sure, but I don't see them. What? Where are the changes? Did they just change the... No, wait, they definitely changed the ice wave cooldown values, and here we have cooldown. So where's the ice wave? Here, global cooldown. This should be 0, but I don't see it here. Oh, this is just the priest skills. Let's go down. Yes, here we go. This is ice wave. Yes, I fixed that. And I did some changes to the monster attack. Right? Yes, here we have basic monster attack. So let's go back to those. So this all should be 0, right? No, wait. Yeah, for now let's set it to 0. Then we're gonna play with the actual values, and this should be 0 as well. I don't think I changed anything else. Yes. So let's check again real quick. Export. Close this. So this all should be just a new zero value column. Hopefully. Because it's hard to commit some stuff when you have a new column. I hate working with CSV files in Git. Yes, I think this is good. I can actually double check that because I'm pretty sure I didn't change the global cooldowns for other skills. Okay. And animation duration should be all zeros. Yes. Okay. Now we can commit it. And this thing, probability, the ice wave skill. Yes. So now we can set the default values for the monster attacks. So animation duration for monster attacks for default ones. Let's set it to 500. Just to make sure that the actual animation, like the movement animation, doesn't interrupt the attack animation. This should be enough for that. And global cooldown. Yeah, we also can, well, let's do this 1 second for these. Mermaid, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter for these ones. So let's set it to 1 second. And now let's see how it looks like. Weird. Feels like the 500 millisecond is not enough, but at least now it renders the attack animation when he attacks while moving. So hopefully that's gonna improve the synchronization. So let's try a bigger value, at least for slow attack. Let's try 1 second. Right? Is it the slow attack for 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝙸𝚂? No, this is basic attack. So half a second is not enough. Okay. Let's try 1 second then. Well, this is not just a nice touch, this is actually gonna be important for the combat mechanics. Because the thing is, what I'm trying to do is, when a monster hits you, he's gonna stay rotated at that direction for some short period of time. So you can move around the monster and hit the monster from the back. Still not enough. Well, probably I just need to use separate skills. Like these slow attack skills, I don't even think they're being used at all. Yeah. So I need to properly configure these skills and give 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝙀 the slow attack skill. Yeah, 1 second is definitely not enough. But it should be enough for the bandits. Let me see how they are attacking. But yeah, probably I can just use the slow attack skill and put like 2 seconds here. And assign it to 𝙽𝙴𝚁𝙀. This is what I'm gonna test next. 𝙽𝙴 and to most of the slower monsters. So yeah, let me see how it looks like in case of the bandits. Yeah, so they're basically stopping now when they attack, yeah. And yeah, this looks good. So 1 second is just about right for them. So yeah, let's see what happens to 𝙽𝙴. Yeah, this is basically my goal, to make the combat versus the monsters and versus the players feel basically the same. And follow the same rules. So we have the same skills for PvP and for PvE, not like in Final Fantasy, for example. So let's see. Reassign the skills. I assigned the slow skills to 𝙽𝙴, and we have 2 seconds animation duration for them. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, this is what I wanted. But I don't like that they are staying for so long on the same place after attacking. But maybe I can just reduce it a little bit. Maybe 1.5 seconds would be the perfect value. So you have the time to go around the monster, to do a backstab, but they also don't fall behind too much. Let's try. Yes. Well, yeah, the sync is still happening, but I think it's better. And 1.5 seconds, it doesn't feel like it's enough. Huh. Well, maybe it is. You just have to be quick. And this time doesn't get affected by attack speed. So it's gonna be the same for every monster. As long as they're using the same attack skill. Yeah, I need to make it a little bit more. Let's try 1600. Okay, maybe that's enough. So, which monster do we have that is more or less a fast one, but with slow attack? I don't know. Yeah, probably this one is the best option to test on. Well, I can actually give them some speed just to test how it feels like when the monster have proper speed. 1 second. Run speed 500. So now yeah, to me it feels like he stays for too long. But yeah, it's hard to find the balance between all those values. So right now it feels like he's staying for too long after he attacked me in one place. Like he's not following me. But I need this duration to be long enough to be able to run around the monster, for example. Yeah, like now it's easier to run away from the monster. Much easier. Yeah, the sync is not helping. I don't know. Wow. But yeah, this looks good. The amount of time they're being frozen is just about right. But yeah, you can't like run behind them in that time. Okay, if we separate this thing, like if we separate rotation and the movement, so let's say the monster stays at the same rotation for a longer period of time, but he starts moving if he needs to earlier. Maybe that would be the solution. It's just I have no idea how to do that. Okay, what if I just remove that rotation action right here? In that case, when the monster runs away from you, it's not gonna rotate back to you, facing you. Okay, let's try and comment this thing out. So right now he only rotates when he has to move or when he uses his skill on you. Okay. So this can be fixed. Wait. I think I know how I can fix that. Pretty easily. Extremely easily, actually. Where was that? Can fix it like that. Once every, let's say, 2 seconds. What is this argument? This between updates, yeah, okay. Let's try it. So now when he doesn't have to follow you, like move towards you, should only rotate once every 2 seconds. Okay. This is not really what I wanted, but maybe that should work. Yeah, this looks a little bit weird. How do I make this thing to execute? And this thing fails. No, when this thing is successfully completed. I can't, because this thing never successfully gets completed, it just gets interrupted. There is no real position to which it travels to. It just checks the range. So maybe if I do it like that, put it to rotate the target, and then idle. Or maybe even without the repeater, just idle. Okay, so it works for him. What about this one? Why is he being rotated? This is weird. Okay, I think I know how to test this. Yeah, he follows me around now. Okay, so let's see. Combat. Oh. Failure, success. Yeah, okay. So it does start from the beginning all the time. Why? Why though? Okay, this is gonna be something for later. I can't think right now about a possible solution. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Let's find someone to rate. I'm gonna continue tomorrow with this rotation stuff. Yeah, let's rate balance again. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I see you next time. Bye bye.